You think Black Friday's just about deals? Think again. In America, it's the one day where camping outside a Walmart could get you arrested. Selling a TV before 6 a.m. is a literal crime. And yes, some towns actually made it illegal to even call it Black Friday. These aren't pranks. They're real laws still on the books. Today, we're counting down the 49 weirdest Black Friday laws in America. Some so dumb, you'll swear they're fake. But every single one's 100% real. Smash that subscribe if you've ever waited in line at 3 a.m. And comment which law made you say, "What?" Fun. In Alabama, one county decided that waking up early for shopping was just too chaotic, so they made it illegal for stores to open before 6 in the morning on the day after Thanksgiving. Imagine camping all night in the cold, ready to rush for that discounted TV and realizing the store literally cannot open yet. Police drive by watching everyone shiver politely until the clock hits 6. The manager stands at the door like a referee waiting for kickoff. Only in America can buying socks too early in the morning be considered a legal offense worth a fine. 2. Arkansas once took post-Thanksgiving peace so seriously that many retailers were banned from opening, not just on Thanksgiving, but the next day too. That meant even if you wanted to grab that half-price blender, it had to wait 48 hours. Shoppers camped anyway, forming lines outside dark stores like it was a silent protest for discounts. Some locals joked that their state outlawed impulse buying entirely. Loopholes popped up fast, though, letting stores open quietly under holiday clearance banners. Nothing says freedom like needing government permission to buy a discounted toaster. Even Walmart employees called it the Blackout Friday rule. 3. In Maine, Old Blue laws still consider holidays sacred, even ones not officially on the calendar. Black Friday sits awkwardly in the gray zone, so technically some stores still can't open or sell non-essential goods until sunrise. That means no midnight madness, no 5 a.m. chaos, just peaceful shoppers sipping coffee, glaring through glass doors. Local cops joke they can't arrest anyone for shopping early, but they can ticket the store for being too enthusiastic. It's the only place in America where buying a hairdryer at 4 in the morning could legally qualify as disturbing the peace with retail ambition. 4. Rhode Island took a different approach. Stores can open, sure, but if they do, they must pay time-and-a-half wages to employees working Thanksgiving or Black Friday shifts. The result? Managers act like Santa Claus accountants, calculating who's worth double pay. Some stores just stay closed entirely to avoid the math. Others open late with sleepy workers who know they're making bonus money to watch people fight over coffee makers. Locals joke it's the only state where capitalism needs a calculator. If your job is handing out shopping carts, congratulations. You just earned overtime for witnessing America's proudest shopping tradition meltdown. 5. In Texas, things got so wild one year that a city council in League City actually proposed a Black Friday curfew for teenagers. After a few midnight riots over discounted video games, the mayor declared minors should be home sleeping, not brawling for PlayStations. Police cruisers patrolled parking lots like hall monitors. Kids caught loitering near stores could be escorted home for post-Thanksgiving misconduct. Parents loved it, teenagers hated it, and retailers were confused. The law never stuck officially, but locals still remember it as the night cops threatened to arrest a 15-year-old for standing in line at Best Buy. 6. In Colorado, camping in public might be legal if you're chasing mountain views. But if you're camped outside a Walmart for a Black Friday deal, that's illegal loitering. Some towns even send officers to politely wake people in tents, asking if they're homeless or just hopelessly dedicated to discounts. Shoppers pretend to stretch like hikers, pretending the pavement is a scenic trail. Security guards laugh because they've seen it all, from portable heaters to mini fridges plugged into car outlets. Imagine explaining to a judge that your camping permit was technically for a parking lot. Welcome to Retail Adventure, Colorado style. 7. New York City is famous for chaos, but even they have limits. It's technically illegal to block a sidewalk without a city permit, which means every Black Friday line you've ever seen is a mini crime scene. Cops usually ignore it unless things get extreme, but in theory, those long queues outside Macy's are quietly breaking the law. One year, a frustrated pedestrian filed an actual complaint saying he couldn't reach his bagel shop because of capitalism. The city shrugged and called it crowd control. Only in New York can buying shoes turn into a violation of public walkway etiquette. 8. Massachusetts runs on ancient blue laws written long before the idea of Black Friday existed. The result? Stores have to pay premium rates to employees working during holiday hours. Some retailers stretch this rule to include Black Friday morning, turning simple sales into payroll nightmares. One year, a bakery accidentally opened too early and got a warning from the Department of Labor. The owner claimed he was just offering muffins, not mayhem. Locals now joke that in Massachusetts, bread is legal, but bargains are suspicious. It's the only state where your boss needs a lawyer to hand you a coupon. 9. In Pennsylvania, you can forget about those loud doorbuster speakers blasting at dawn. Some towns actually ban outdoor loudspeakers before 8 in the morning, which means those early sale announcements could technically earn you a noise complaint. One Best Buy manager once got a warning for testing his megaphone too early. Now stores whisper their promotions like spies. Picture an employee quietly telling a crowd, "Half off TVs, please form a gentle line." It's the calmest chaos in America. Everyone's running silently like ninjas, terrified to break the law by shouting about discounted kitchen appliances before breakfast time. 10. California took things to another level by treating fake coupons like serious crimes. In Los Angeles, using or distributing bogus tickets or printed vouchers to skip Black Friday lines counts as fraud. One man tried using a fake express checkout pass he printed at home and was arrested for forgery. Imagine explaining to a judge that your biggest heist was cutting in line for a cheap blender. Store security now scans everything like airport staff. Californians learned the hard way that on Black Friday, paper isn't just for wrapping gifts, it's potential evidence in a discount-driven criminal investigation. 11. Florida once had a problem so ridiculous it needed a law. In 2015, after a viral parking lot brawl involving shopping carts turned into a race, Tampa banned kart racing during Black Friday events. Police now monitor parking lots like NASCAR referees. One year, a guy attached Christmas lights to his cart and challenged people for laps around the lot. He didn't win, but he did get a citation for reckless shopping. The local news called it the dumbest outlawed sport in state history. Only Florida could mix NASCAR, retail, and pure chaos into one unforgettable legal story about savings. 12. In Michigan, alcohol sales are banned before noon on Sundays, and some stores extended that caution into Black Friday mornings to avoid legal confusion. That means no celebratory mimosas while waiting in line for a television. One unlucky store owner got fined for selling beer at 11:59. People still debate if the rule was moral or math. Locals joke that Michigan gave up on preventing drunk driving and instead focused on preventing drunk discount hunting. If you want to toast your new blender, you better wait until the church bells ring. Then you can finally shop responsibly. 13. Chicago treats stampedes like crimes. After a few chaotic years when store doors shattered from crowd surges, the city added disorderly conduct charges to any event causing property damage during Black Friday. Imagine being booked for shopping too aggressively. Police reports actually include phrases like, "Crowd behavior escalated after limited toaster inventory." Store managers hold safety meetings like concert promoters, rehearsing controlled entry plans. It's the only day in Chicago when a line for blenders needs riot barriers. Locals still brag that they survived Black Friday 2016 like it was a natural disaster instead of a $10 waffle iron. 14. Georgia malls once faced a very specific crime spree. People used oversized diaper bags to sneak in extra shoppers after capacity limits were reached. Security cameras caught entire families unzipping handbags and popping out toddlers. The solution was absurd but real. Many malls banned diaper bags entirely on Black Friday. Parents protested while teenagers laughed, stuffing snacks into coat sleeves instead. Police said the rule was for safety, but everyone knew it was to stop crowd smuggling. Imagine explaining that your baby bag was treated like contraband because your cousin was hiding inside it just to grab half-off sneakers. 15. Ohio took false advertising personally. In 2018, a Columbus store got fined for promoting a limited TV deal that wasn't actually limited. They had hundreds of units but wanted longer lines for attention. Customers showed up angry when they realized everyone got one. State inspectors called it bait and switch marketing. The fine was small, but the embarrassment was massive. It became a meme called Unlimited Black Friday. The manager later admitted he thought scarcity made things exciting. Instead, it made him famous for lying about televisions. Ohio proved once again that honesty doesn't always sell, but fraud headlines do. 16. Washington has scenic camping laws meant for nature, not electronics. Some cities classify sleeping in a store line overnight as camping without a permit. That means technically, you can camp for free in a forest, but not in front of a Target. Police patrol lots, politely waking people who've pitched tents next to shopping carts. One officer said it was the strangest eviction he'd ever done. The shoppers simply zipped their tents and said they were hiking for discounts. It's the only place where retail dreams and wilderness regulations collide beautifully. America's wildest adventure starts in a parking lot. 17. In Las Vegas, the party never stops, except when city security regulations say it must. For Black Friday, stores on the Strip have to file extra safety plans or risk fines. The city treats crowds of deal hunters like mini festivals. Imagine casinos enforcing crowd control because of discounted toasters. One year, a retailer forgot to file and got slapped with a fine larger than their sale profits. Now, Vegas Black Friday plans look like event blueprints. The irony is perfect. The same city that allows 24-hour gambling demands paperwork for half-off microwaves. Welcome to responsible chaos in neon lights. 18. Connecticut once banned selling Christmas decorations before December 1st. That meant Black Friday displays full of tinsel, trees, and reindeer technically violated the calendar. Store owners got creative, labeling sections seasonal ambience. Inspectors still walked through pretending not to see Santas grinning from aisles. The rule came from old blue laws about holiday timing that no one bothered to rewrite. So for decades, you could buy a drill legally, but not a stocking. People joked that Christmas was contraband until the month flipped. It's one of the few places where even Santa Claus had to wait for legal clearance. 19. Missouri took fire codes to theatrical levels by banning simulated stampedes. Stores that stage fake crowd rushes for marketing got written up for endangering safety. One chain filmed an ad showing employees pretending to fight for coffee makers, and the fire department showed up mid-scene. The manager had to explain it was a commercial, not a riot. Now local retailers rely on calm imagery only. Ironically, the fake stampede law became more famous than any real one. Missouri may be the only state where you can legally wrestle over deals as long as no one is pretending it's television drama. 20. Utah's capital once tried to promote anti-consumerism by banning all Black Friday sales at city-owned buildings. The mayor called it a spiritual rest day. It sounded noble until people realized it applied to gift shops inside museums and even vending machines at public halls. One man filed a complaint after his soda purchase got canceled mid-transaction. Officials said the ban was symbolic, but vending machine companies were furious. Tourists called it the quietest rebellion in retail history. For one brief year, Salt Lake City made history by legally banning impulse buying. The ultimate irony, people still shopped online. 21st, Arizona has a law about abandoned shopping carts. It's meant to keep neighborhoods tidy, but on Black Friday, it turns into comedy. When parking lots overflow, shoppers wheel carts into bushes or across streets. The city calls that illegal dumping. Officers drive around tagging runaway carts like missing vehicles. One year, a woman was fined because her cart rolled into a cactus. Stores now hire workers just to chase carts before they cross property lines. Imagine paying a ticket because gravity helped your groceries escape. Only Arizona could make losing control of a shopping cart an environmental crime. 22nd. Indiana's Midnight Madness sales sound exciting until you read the fine print. Some counties require special permits for any retail event starting between midnight and 5 in the morning. Without it, the store technically breaks curfew laws. Police once showed up at a mall just to check paperwork while shoppers sprinted past them. Managers claimed they didn't know selling pajamas at 2 a.m. needed government approval. The rule still exists mostly on paper, but no one wants to test it. Indiana turns staying up late for discounts into a bureaucratic obstacle course that somehow still attracts thousands every year. 23. In New Orleans, wearing masks during public events is usually reserved for Mardi Gras. But after security issues, the city banned masked faces in crowded places like Black Friday lines. That means shoppers can't wear costume masks, bandanas, or even Santa beards in queues. It started as a post-9/11 safety law, but locals still find it hilarious that Mardi Gras chaos is fine, while Walmart lines need full identification. One man dressed as a reindeer got stopped by police just to confirm his nose was fake. It's the only city where partying in disguise is legal, but shopping isn't. 24. Oregon protects workers from being surprised by sudden overtime, so they made it illegal for stores to force anyone to work on major holidays without 30 days' notice. The funny part is that some managers forgot Black Friday counts when it touches Thanksgiving hours. Employees started reporting last-minute shift changes as legal violations. One grocery chain got fined after asking someone to come in early for restocking turkeys. The fine was larger than the turkeys were worth. It became known as the poultry penalty. Oregon takes retail rights so seriously that even poultry logistics can trigger state investigations. 25. New Jersey has an old rule against selling products below cost called loss leader pricing. It's supposed to prevent unfair competition, but on Black Friday, nearly every store technically breaks it. The law rarely gets enforced, but a few inspectors once toured malls to observe compliance. They left confused after realizing every item was discounted beyond logic. Shoppers joked that enforcement would shut down the entire economy for 24 hours. Even state officials admitted the rule makes no sense when the whole country is losing money for fun. New Jersey's law may be honest, but Black Friday never is. 26. Oklahoma once dealt with extreme enthusiasm. In Tulsa, police issued citations to people blocking driveways and parking lot exits while tailgating before store openings. People brought grills, folding chairs, and speakers like it was a concert. Officers asked them to leave, and one group argued it was a pre-sale barbecue. The fine was small, but the story spread fast. Stores now post signs that say no parking party zones. Locals still call it the barbecue ban. Only in Oklahoma can you go from selling ribs to being ticketed for traffic obstruction, all while waiting to buy a discounted refrigerator. 27. South Carolina has a rule that lets towns ban outdoor sales events within 100 feet of churches. It's a polite way of saying no parking lot parties near Sunday services. The funny part is that some Black Friday sales stretch into Saturday night, accidentally crossing the line into church hours. A pastor once called the police because a car dealership's sale banners blocked his congregation's entrance. The dealer apologized and offered them a discount on vans. The city council turned it into a joke called Jesus versus Jeep Week. Even divine timing couldn't stop the American shopping spirit. 28. Minnesota doesn't joke about honesty in ads. If a retailer exaggerates scarcity by shouting, "Last one," when they have hundreds left, it can trigger an investigation under consumer fraud laws. Inspectors have actually checked stock rooms to verify supply claims. One year, a store got fined for pretending 10 blenders were rare. The manager said it was marketing enthusiasm. The state said it was deception. Shoppers loved it because it confirmed their suspicions that urgency is mostly theater. Now Minnesotans see through the hype faster than anywhere else. Nothing kills adrenaline like realizing your limited deal isn't limited. 29. Hawaii may look relaxed, but its tax laws are not. Some stores promoted a fake Black Friday tax holiday, saying all items were tax-free today only. The state quickly called it misrepresentation and fined them for spreading false financial claims. Shoppers who thought they beat the system learned they still owed taxes on souvenirs. The event was nicknamed the Island Scam Sale. Locals laughed, tourists got receipts full of confusion, and the businesses involved quietly rebranded. Hawaii proved even paradise has paperwork. If you ever see a sign claiming tax-free shopping in Honolulu, double-check before celebrating your savings. 30. Kansas decided that reselling goods too soon is suspicious. In Wichita, anyone reselling new merchandise without a vendor's license can be fined, even if they just bought it that morning. The law was made to stop ticket scalping, but it accidentally covers Black Friday resale flips. People who buy consoles to sell online technically break the rule. One unlucky guy bragged on social media and got a visit from local inspectors. They didn't arrest him, but they did confiscate the consoles. Now, locals joke that Kansas doesn't allow entrepreneurship before breakfast. Black Friday hustlers keep their profits quieter there. 31. Wisconsin takes price integrity so seriously that switching price tags during Black Friday chaos can count as felony fraud. That means if you peel off a sticker to make your blender cheaper, you're technically committing a major crime. One shopper tried it once and ended up handcuffed beside a pile of toasters. The police called it retail tampering. Imagine explaining in court that you risked prison time to save $8 on a waffle iron. Stores now keep extra security near home appliances. Wisconsin might forgive drunk snowmobiling, but it draws the line at dishonest bargain hunters. Shopping is serious. 32. Delaware has no sales tax, but it compensates with patience laws. Early bird lines that form before the store's approved opening time can be dispersed by police for unlawful assembly. One year, hundreds camped overnight outside a mall, and officers gently woke everyone at 3 a.m., telling them to go home. They came back anyway at 4. The news called it the politest rebellion in America. Now malls post official wait times to avoid premature excitement. Delaware may offer tax-free shopping, but freedom of line formation apparently ends at midnight. Even patience has a curfew in this peaceful state. 33. North Carolina takes its animal laws literally. It's illegal to sell live animals on Sundays, but some pet stores accidentally crossed midnight selling Black Friday puppy deals. Technically, they violated the Sunday ban, even though it was still Friday night in spirit. Authorities didn't arrest anyone, but they issued warnings and shut off the puppy aisle. Social media exploded with posts about illegal golden retrievers. Locals still call it the Great Puppy Panic. The rule stayed, and now stores double-check calendars before discounts. North Carolina proved that in America, you can buy a TV at midnight, just not a poodle. 34. Idaho loves freedom, but draws the line at unauthorized drone footage. In Boise, flying drones over Black Friday crowds without city permission violates airspace ordinances. It happened after someone uploaded aerial footage of shoppers fighting for televisions. Officials said it endangered safety, mostly because the drone almost crashed into Santa. Now anyone filming needs a permit. Locals joke that even the sky has red tape. The same city that celebrates potato parades banned aerial discount cinematography. So if you ever see a drone hovering over a store, remember it's not news, it's probably a crime scene with coupons. 35. Nebraska has an honesty obsession. In Omaha, stores must announce inventory counts for limited deals to avoid misleading customers. One year, inspectors found a store selling thousands of items labeled as rare. The manager blamed enthusiasm. The city fined them for false scarcity and required an announcement every 30 minutes stating how many televisions remained. Shoppers loved it because it turned stores into auctions. Employees used microphones like game show hosts. People shouted numbers back. Nebraska accidentally invented live discount reporting. It's the only place where honesty became entertainment. And every 5 minutes someone yelled, "Still 50 left." 36. New Mexico's consumer protection laws are strict enough to ruin any shady deal. Buy one, get one. Offers that hide mandatory add-ons count as deceptive trade practice, with fines up to $10,000. A department store once bundled headphones with a required warranty that cost more than the sale item. Shoppers revolted, posting pictures of receipts online. The Attorney General called it misleading math. The store blamed a glitch. Now employees double-check every banner to avoid another scandal. It's the only state where arithmetic can bankrupt a marketing team. In New Mexico, even math has legal consequences. 37. Iowa's fire safety laws go beyond buildings. In Des Moines, folding chairs used in overnight lines technically need approval from the fire marshal if they block walkways after dark. The rule was meant for parades, but police once applied it to a group of campers outside a mall. They made everyone fold their chairs at sunset. The line stayed, but the comfort vanished. Locals called it the stand-up sale. Now shoppers bring yoga mats instead. Iowa may not have earthquakes or hurricanes, but it has the most disciplined queue system in the Midwest, complete with folding chair enforcement. 38. Vermont believes in nature and property rights. That means sitting outside a store overnight can be considered trespassing if you don't have written permission. One year, a line of eager shoppers got cited for squatting on private property. The store manager forgot to tell security he had invited them. The shoppers stayed anyway, saying they were occupying retail space. The phrase became a local meme. Now Vermont stores put up signs that say camping allowed, as if they're hosting miniature festivals. It's the only state where you can be arrested for waiting too responsibly for a discounted blender. 39th. West Virginia turned frustration into legislation. After a few stores ran out of doorbuster televisions within minutes, angry customers filed complaints claiming false advertising. The Attorney General agreed and actually sued one retailer for running out too fast. The case became famous as the 5:01 a.m. scandal. Now stores track stock closely to avoid another disaster. Managers fear being labeled the next shortage scandal. Shoppers laugh because only in America could disappointment over a missing TV reach the courts. West Virginia proved the phrase, while supplies last, doesn't always protect you when rage meets retail. 40. Alaska's freezing climate makes waiting in line dangerous, so Anchorage passed a law requiring large stores to provide heated waiting areas if outdoor lines last more than 2 hours. If not, they risk workplace safety complaints. Imagine being a manager forced to build a pop-up sauna for customers holding coupons. One year, a store installed portable heaters and created what locals called the warmest Black Friday ever. People showed up just to thaw out, not to shop. The law may save lives, but it also created a new holiday tradition, cozy camping inside heated tents surrounded by chaos. 41. Mississippi once decided that shopping trauma deserved legal protection. In 2021, lawmakers allowed customers to sue for emotional distress if a guaranteed Black Friday item wasn't available. One woman claimed she suffered public humiliation after waiting overnight for a laptop that sold out instantly. The store offered her a coupon. She wanted revenge. The case went viral as the heartbreak lawsuit. Now stores post disclaimers longer than receipts. Mississippi became the first state where disappointment became a legal argument. Only in America could missing a deal be considered psychological damage worthy of a courtroom and potential financial compensation. 42. South Dakota had a costume problem. In 2013, a man dressed as a giant coupon caused a Black Friday panic when people thought he was handing out free money. The city responded with a rule banning costumes and shopping lines after dark. Officers now remind customers to leave masks, wigs, and full-body suits at home. People laughed, but stores were serious. The man later admitted he was just promoting his YouTube channel. South Dakota made sure history wouldn't repeat itself. It's the only state that legally decided dressing like a discount counts as a public safety hazard, worth banning. 43. North Dakota has small print so big it's visible from space. State law requires refund and return policies to be printed in 24-point font on Black Friday, or the store can lose all rights to enforce them. One year, inspectors measured font size with rulers and fined a store for using 18-point letters. Shoppers joked that signs look like billboards for honesty. Managers complained about wasted paper, but compliance became mandatory. Now stores hang posters taller than employees. North Dakota might have the smallest crowds, but it has the biggest fine print in America, literally and proudly visible. 44. Montana loves fairness in advertising so much that it forces transparency in real time. Stores claiming limited quantity must display live inventory boards showing exact numbers left. One retailer tried to fake scarcity and got fined for consumer fraud. Customers now cheer every time a board updates. It turned into a spectator sport. The state accidentally made math exciting. Managers even hire announcers to call out inventory drops like sports commentators. Montana became the only place where bargain hunting feels like bingo night. Imagine celebrating because the last vacuum sold and realizing honesty just improved your entertainment. 45. Wyoming's love for peace and quiet extends to honking. A city ordinance in Cheyenne bans honking car horns to signal deals or line spots near stores during Black Friday. The law came after a driver used his horn to alert friends that a doorbuster sale opened, triggering chaos. Police fined him for noise disturbance. Now shoppers wave silently like they're in a secret club. The rule turned car horns into contraband. Locals call it whisper shopping. Wyoming might be wild with cowboys, but it demands calm around cash registers. The only state where saving money requires total silence. 46. Puerto Rico treats communication seriously. All Black Friday sale signs must include Spanish translations or the Federal Trade Commission can issue fines for language exclusion. A few big box chains ignored it once and got hit with penalties. Locals found it hilarious that bilingual grammar mistakes cost more than televisions. Now every store double-checks their accents before printing banners. Tourists find it charming, while marketing departments find it stressful. Puerto Rico turned language awareness into retail law. It's the only place where conjugation errors can bankrupt a store faster than bad sales. Education finally wins on shopping's loudest day. 47. Guam takes family time seriously, even during chaos. The island prohibits Black Friday sales before 9 in the morning to preserve cultural rest after Thanksgiving. That means no midnight madness, no dawn stampedes, just calm beaches and delayed discounts. Tourists are often confused until locals explain it's a tradition of sanity. When the stores finally open, everyone's well-rested and polite. The rule worked so well it inspired travel blogs praising Guam's peaceful shopping. It's the only place where you can grab a surfboard at sunrise instead of a shopping cart. Retail therapy comes after breakfast, never before. 48. American Samoa refuses to let greed invade government property. A long-standing rule bans discounts or promotions at any government-owned store or outlet on the day after Thanksgiving. Officials call it an anti-greed policy. That means even employee gift shops at government offices must sell everything at full price. Workers joke that their jobs come with both benefits and markups. The policy started as a moral statement, but stayed as tradition. It's the only region where resisting temptation is mandatory. American Samoa turned discipline into law. While the world tramples for deals, they simply work, watch, and laugh quietly. 49. Even the federal government has its quirk. The United States Postal Service refuses to deliver Black Friday sale catalogs on Thanksgiving Day due to labor agreements protecting holiday rest. It's a tiny rule, but causes massive panic among advertisers. Some companies tried bribing private couriers to sneak deliveries early and got fined. Postal workers proudly call it their peaceful rebellion. It's the only day of the year when mailboxes take a break from capitalism. The result is poetic. Black Friday may own America, but for 24 hours, the mailman legally ignores every sale and enjoys the quiet. So next time you wake up at 3 in the morning, chasing a discount that could get you arrested, just remember, this isn't chaos. It's America's favorite sport. From camping bans to coupon crimes, these laws prove we don't just love shopping, we've actually regulated it like an Olympic event. Somewhere, a cop is writing a ticket for a runaway shopping cart. Somewhere else, a store manager is calculating emotional distress refunds. Hit subscribe if you survived Black Friday at least once, and tell me which of these laws made you say, yeah, that's definitely America.